spiel. What's going on, everybody? Welcome and or welcome back. When they come in, my name is Durant Searcy. I am a singer, songwriter, producer, performer, actor. EVU, nasty, and welcome to the house, the unofficial, and sometimes, as you will see here, the unprofessional fragrance on skincare guru. Baby, after you've watched this video 50 million periodically times, subscribe to my Spotify, all those good things. You can subscribe, like the video, comment, all those good things, and then go down the description box. There's a link to all my music proof that I am a singer, songwriter, producer, performer. Also, you will get information on, well, you'll get links to my special guest here. We have pronouns she and her. Gather yourself, okay? My first trans woman guest, and on my first I was going to say Dallas, my first live Sunday show, we have Style by Stevie, hostess, creator, influencer. Get your life. Is there anything that I missed?
You got it.
Did I get it? What is going on? It is finally good to talk to you because you talk to me. Actually, the girls may not know, but you talk to me a little while. Now, I want you to first understand this is not an interview. We're not going to drill you. We're just going to have a little girl, GWORL, talk here. What is going on?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you? It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. You have been busy. I've been over here doing nothing. And so, it's kind of been hard to align, just a little bit. So, is there something that I missed in your intro? What did I miss? Because I got hostess, creator, influencer, a beauty guru. What did I miss?
You got it all.
Did I
Host,
get it?
creator, you got it all. All of the
Yes. So
mark.
we are going to talk about you, fragrance, all the things that tie in to that because we know you have a show that you host every single week, But first, this is a fragrance channel, so we got to know what is your scent of the day.
Well, I bought my
Uh-uh.
fragrance tray. We'll get
Yes.
into that.
So,
Um, what did I put on today? I put on Infinite Beauty Little Black Dress and I mixed it with gingerbread latte. So that is my scent of the day. Yes, yes,
gingerbread.
yes, yes.
Yes. Oh, so what you're giving like gourmand, sweet, sensual, just
Yes.
a little wintry vibe. Come get me type fragrance here.
Delicious. It's very delicious. And of course, I
Really?
use my pepper butter, so it's just perfect. It's almost like cinnamon. And I
Ooh,
love a little bit of spicy and the dry down on Little Black Dress is
yes.
everything. It's very floral, so perfect
Oh
in
my
between.
goodness. I love that. Come on, giving us the gourmand feels over here. So, would you say that as far as fragrance are concerned, are you more of a floral girl? Or are you more of a gourmand? Are you aquatic? You like fresh? What is your like scent profile? Or are you just one of those people like me who love it all?
I love it all. Like one day I like to have a floral, one day I like gourmand. So I'm always switching up my scents like they vary.
Oh, I love that. So, if that's the case, I want to know like what are like maybe just three or so. What are like your three go-to scents, like fragrances that you like? If you have a lot, you can count on these three to be like, okay, this is gonna give me my life. Oh,
I
you
bought my
gotta have
tray,
a tray.
bought my tray. So of course you can't go wrong with the signature J'adore. That is one of my number ones that I wear.
Oh, I heard
Another
Mariah Carey
would
wears
have to
that.
be E-Doll from Lancome. With
Okay.
Zendaya as the face of it, that's my second go-to. And then my third, but certainly not least, would be Victoria's Secret Scandalous. The praline,
Ooh,
I love the praline in it. So it's
I
an instant recognizable scent.
I have honestly never smelled a Victoria's Secret fragrance.
It's yummy. It's
I
very
haven't.
yummy. The praline.
Love Spell was the last thing I smelled from Victoria's Secret. What was So what is that fragrance? You said praline, so that's giving like sweet gourmand type vibe.
Yes. Very
Oh,
sweet.
yes.
Uh, and I wish I would have put it on today, but I went with Little Black Dress. It's something about Little Black Dress and gingerbread latte, like
Oh
just
my
yummy.
goodness.
Chef.
Yeah. So what how do you figure out what fragrances you want to purchase? Are you into watching influencers, or are you just somebody that you just got to go to the mall and smell and that's what you do? Purchase from there.
You put me on to shout outs to her, Sharita M, and I started watching
Ooh,
her channel. And I get a lot of inspiration from her, and it's so many other. Carly Bible is so many out here. Jackie Ina, who I
of
absolutely
course.
love,
Yes.
and you of course. So with me, I always try to go with the packaging. The packaging tells me in, and if I smell it and I like it, then I get it.
Really.
And Scandalous was one for me. I'm like, the name sounds so sensual. So right, and when I smelt it, I instantly fell in love with it.
Oh.
Definitely.
Well, speaking of scandalous, my scent of the day is Lust by Chris Collins. Oh, Chris Collins, I got a bone to pick with you, but I'm wearing your fragrance today. I do got a bone to pick with you. But we're not gonna pick it today because it's all about style. That's Stevie, okay? Miss Stevie, if you're nasty, is what I say. But baby, I have on Lust, which gives kind of very hazelnutty, sweet, sensual, sexy. You know, it just makes me want. And you know, Victoria's Secret. I don't know if you're familiar with this. I'm wearing this as well. Chocolate Amber. Have you smelled this?
Oh, Bath and Body Works, I love it.
It's so
One of my
freaking
favorites.
good. So, what is? Do you have a favorite brand of fragrance that you like? Really, that's kind of giving you your life right now? Because the
That
girls love
that
chaos.
last on I love Kayali.
Mm-hmm.
Roberto Cavalli, which I have on my tray right here, Absolute Nero. So if you are a dark, sensual vanilla lover, then Absolute Nero by Roberto Cavalli is one of my favorites as well too.
Oh my goodness,
And
that
what
bottle
else do
is
I have?
nice.
Of course, Tom Ford Black Orchid is a scent that is instantly recognizable.
Yes,
For my
I love the
rose
brand.
lovers, because I know you're a rose lover, I have Juliet Has a Gun, and it is Vengeance. So that black rose, the opening of a black rose, is very sensual, very beautiful. I absolutely love this.
What? I got you. I just
Yes.
my job had it a little while ago. And it's like the Juliet one. I think that one has a rose. No, but yes, I'm a rose guy through and through. Anyways, so let's get down to a little business. So first of all, because I see a little a little comment in the chat. Okay, we love all of you, but you know what? I'm not gonna I was told not to be responding to y'all acting crazy. I was told by Kevin Kev not to be talking crazy, y'all. I'm not gonna do it today. But and because we want to respect our guest here. So I say your pronouns are she and her. You are in fact a trans woman, right?
Yes.
A proud trans woman, right?
And I own it unapologetically. Absolutely.
Right. And I am a proud gay man. So all the man and Trudy Booty got a lot of sugar in my booty. I mean, find something else to read, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, next question. Let's get down to the questions because the girls it's like we clearly know who we are. We clearly know. And it's like you're getting in comments and telling us who we are. It's like, okay. I mean, a lot of sugar. Okay. Yes, I'm a sissy. Okay. Some of the gays are offended by that. You can call me that if you want to. Okay. Okay. But, anyways, so I want to, since you have told us about that, I want to know how has fragrance played a role in your empowerment as for self expression as a trans woman?
Fragrance has helped boost my confidence. It's just like with fashion, when you put a new outfit every single day, you're
Hmm.
wearing a different color of style or whatever it may be. And it's definitely helped boost my moods. There are days when morning, I don't feel like getting up, but when I put on a fragrance that just brings back a certain memory or a
Hmm.
certain escape, fragrances have also been an escape for me as well too. Like we have the senses, which is touch, which is vision, which is smell, And for me, smell awakens the senses. It gets
Right.
like coffee. Coffee, the first thing you walk into Starbucks and you walk into wherever and you smell the scent of coffee, whatever your favorite
Mm.
drink is, it
Yeah.
instantly boosts. And scientific studies have proven that. So, fragrance in this journey have helped me a long way from all of the darkness that I've encountered in my life.
Mm.
It's helped boost my confidence a lot. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there do you know if there was a fragrance that you can remember that made you, I know this may sound weird, but was there a fragrance that made you feel seen for the first time? Like you smelt it and you was like, this is this is giving me my life. Like CK1 was me. You know, that's how old I am. And that's when I knew I was in love
Okay.
with fragrances. Is there one
Ooh,
for
for
you?
me, it was Britney Spears' Fantasy. That white chocolate. That chocolate in
Really?
the bottle is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. It was one, and then I just went on to what's the name she did? Curious, the
Okay.
magnolia and vanilla. So yeah.
Really? Oh my God. It gave you that feeling like, okay, fragrance is like giving me my freaking life. That's what that is. So I have a few questions that I wrote down. But I was like, I need to write these down because I don't want to, forget them. And so I have one that is, how does scent tie to the femininity and confidence you bring to your content? We're going to get more into your content in a little bit.
Scents help me with style as well too. You got to have a signature look. You got to have a signature everything. And the
Hmm.
fragrance should be your lasting impression because walk up to someone, we both are in the business where we greeting our fans, our subscribers, the people who adore us. And when they
Hmm.
smell us, you want them to be like, ooh, leave
Yes.
impressions. And fragrance is supposed to leave a lasting impression on anything.
Yes. And Miss Stevie, are you one of those? You need to smell me before you get in the room, or is it one? Are you one of those? I just like a little light so you can smell my bubble. Cause me, I need you to smell before you see me.
Yes.
You one of those? Okay.
Kind of.
Hey. So we're gonna get into your IG series. What should we call it? A series, a talk show? What are we gonna call it? What do you call it? You call it a
A
talk
talk
show?
show, more than like a talk show, because I cover so many things. And you were one of the guests on my platform, and we talked about acting. We talked about your career, music, and so many things on the platform.
Yeah,
And
I
we are
was.
currently, right now, fixing to wrap up this year. December versus tomorrow, we're fixing to go into my 20th season. And I'm
What?
looking forward to that. More amazing guests coming on. Right now, I'm in IG jail. So we will continue the show here on YouTube.
You
So,
told me that.
yes.
You told me that. Yes. So I really want to get like I want to deep dive into your talk show because I have so many questions and I hope I can remember them all. But you have had some iconic guests aside from me, but
Yes.
no, you have had one of my favorites, my love, Craig the Writer Stewart. I have seen you talk to Vanessa Williams. You have talked B Slade. If you don't know who B Slade is and you are a vocalist, especially if you're one of the bis and gays, the LGBTQ, I don't know what is going on. And what is her name from Punky Brewster? Is it Cherie? Cherie
Cherry
Williams?
Johnson. Cherry
You have
Johnson.
talked to some iconic people. Now, how did those actually come about?
Well, with Sherry, I reached out to her and she was just like, we can talk about anything else, but we just don't talk about this, family matters. Let's talk about something else.
Really?
And I'm like, the show is so iconic. But I said, girl, whatever you want. And that's how we interview. The one with Vanessa, I actually reached out to her publicist and her team. And I didn't think I was going to get it at first, but God came through by all means, and
Uh
we
huh.
had a dynamic conversation. Craig reached out to him, and you just chat, just reach out to him, let people know,
Hmm.
have a conversation with them, and then you go from there. And that's how I got those interviews. B Slade reached out to him, had to go through his team, and I was nervous. But for each interview that you just named, I was nervous throughout. So the same way you were nervous on, I was nervous throughout those interviews and conversations.
I'm
But
always
it
nervous.
it worked.
Wow. So that's really one part of your journey, your show that kind of inspires me because you have talked to a lot of people. And I will say, upon doing sit downs with Cersei, I am very reluctant to reach out to people. Even people that I know I want to, there are people I want to talk to that I've not reached out to. I don't like the idea of rejection. How do you like just move past that and just say, hey, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk to him. If hey, whatever happens, happens.
You just said forward, rejection. I've had people that I've reached out to come on my platform and they've turned it down. And I'm just like, would either give me you have some that will give you the reasoning, while it's timing, I'll get back with you, let's circle back around. And that was the case with I had something like that happen. That's how I got that interview, because at the time he was touring, he was doing all of these things. And he said, let's circle back around this time. And there's so many and my catalog of interviews that I've reached out to, where it was just like they're showing, when you're in pilot season or show season, it's the busiest time ever. So it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to catch them for an interview. Like you've
Yeah.
mentioned with Craig, this is the beginning stage of his show with T.S. Madison. So we already knew what Craig was on, and then he does telling our stories on his platform as
Yeah.
well too. I
Love
suggest you
him.
guys go and check that out. So that's how I got Craig. I had to email him everything. So just reach out, go for it. They can either say one or two things, and that is yes or no, not at this time, but go back around. And that's how you do it.
I don't want to hear no. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear any of those. I hate it. But what actually inspired you to start the show? Was that something,
Growing,
someone that inspired it?
growing up with a lot of black women, a lot of spoken black women, my
Really?
aunts, my mama's sister, my mom, mainly my mom's a Libra, I'm a Scorpio.
Oh,
So that fiery energy that you guys see, I'm a water sign. So that fiery energy that you see on the when I'm discussing anything, whether it may be political or whatever, in any conversation,
right.
it comes out. It comes out. Definitely my mom, for sure.
Really? So you just kind of were like chilling around. Like I'm always having these conversations with these my family, and we all outspoken. I might as well just start this. That is interesting.
And the conversations, if you go into a hair salon or a barbershop, the conversations are just everybody's talking about everything. So you got to have something for everybody. And that's what I
Mm.
try to do on my platform, include everybody.
Wow. So is there an interview or someone you talked to that really stuck out, whether it be bad or good? You don't have to say either way. But is there anybody that really stuck out? Like when you think about all the interviews you've done?
Well, yes, for sure, Durant, because
That's it.
when we first met, I'm just like, okay, he's very coy. But then to see you
Mm.
come out of your shell, your channel, and burst into the beauty world, I'm just like, okay, I'm definitely supporting it. You make me laugh. You've gotten me through some dark times. And there are
Right.
times, because I do watch your channel, I watch when your videos, I get your notifications and everything. So yours for sure. And who else? I would have to say my girl, Rashida Randall, who I just had the pleasure of meeting. And that was through a mutual friend as well. And that was a great conversation because she's so laid back, so down to earth. I mean, started at BET, started writing for BET's Rap City,
Mm.
and her career has ever since then took off.
Oh,
So that's
wow.
another one I would say is definitely with my colleague Bubs the God, because Bubs, shout outs to the Shine, and I know they're in here. Bubs will do things and he will try to throw me off, like how we're having a conversation now. It's very funny, and I'm pretty sure everybody has seen the banter on panels. That's the third one. Bubs. Bubs, just our communication, our chemistry as friends, as collectives.
Is
He
he
is
was he from the
hilarious.
reality TV show world? The web
Bubs has
reality?
done commentary. Bubs has done commentary on reality television.
I think I
And
may have
you
seen him on
guys,
Scotty by Nature or something's channel.
yes,
Okay, I know
Bubs
who
the
that
God,
is. Yeah, 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 yeah.
CTV Network, that was him. And he
Yeah.
sings the intro to another one of my colleagues that I want to shout out, Conscious TV. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen
I've
Conscious
seen, yeah, I
everywhere.
know of
Conscious,
Conscious TV with
yeah.
the hair. Scorpio.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, Scorpio.
Yes.
Funny. That's
Yes, I know who that is. Okay. Oh my goodness. So, like, since you have talked to a lot of people, different types of people, what are some things like we would be surprised to know, like as far as behind the scenes that you go through putting this whole thing together that may shock
it.
us?
Oh, it is not a fairy tale. It is not a fairy tale. Getting these interviews set up, making sure that people show up on time. I've had people literally back out of interviews at the last minute, and I will be ready, hair and makeup and everything, and they wouldn't
What?
even show up the day of. And I'm just like, this is a waste of time. So I was like, I might as well just go live. Yes, I had people stand me up for interviews and not even show up. I've had those things happen. And I'm like, this is so unprofessional, and it makes me as the creator look bad. So these things happen. You just got to improvise. And I'm a chameleon. I love to improvise and work with whatever is given to me. So if I don't have a guest show up, I just go live randomly with I call them my fashion dolls, my supporters, and talk with them. And they get to ask me questions because when I'm in interview mode, they get to ask the guest questions and things like
Mm-hmm.
they did with your interview. They got to ask you questions. So for me, I try to switch it up a little bit, do something different. You don't necessarily have to have a guest with you to go live, but go live with your supporters. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I haven't had that. That's why I'm kind of nervous about it because I feel like I've had a great streak with the guests that I've had.
Yeah.
I've had a great connection with everybody. I just don't want to mess up by somebody coming in and pissing me off. That's kind of my issue. So, so I'm just a little worried when it comes to that. Now, I just to get a little personal. Hopefully, you don't mind. Hope I was saying this
Okay.
wasn't gonna be an interview. I don't know why I'm talking like it's an interview. We supposed to be just chatting. Sorry. Now, have you felt like your being of the trans experience has kind of hindered some of possibly getting certain interviews or how you connected with certain people during interviews?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow.
Transphobia, as you can see in the comments earlier, is a thing. And it's just like, when can we all move forward and just look at my work, my catalog? I have done over a total of 914 interviews and counting, and my work speaks for itself. So I'm just like, look at my work, not my gender identity or how I identify, because at the end of the day, I'm black too, and I'm a creator.
Mm,
So I'm not going to get too deep, and I'm going to put a pin in it at that. But I'm glad you asked that question, because that is something that I've actually spoken about in the past on my platform, and how people want me to identify with their ideology. And I'm just like, I can't do that. I'm going to
yeah.
live in my truth and my existence. And most of my guests, they are very welcome and open minded. But some that I've reached out to, the ones that didn't show up, I said that could be the reason.
Oh. And I don't know if you feel the same way. You can let me know. I know when it comes to the gay thing for me, I feel like it's only about 7 to 10% of my personality. But the way people talk about it, they make it seem like because I've known just from watching you, you don't make everything about you know what's going on in the news. You don't make everything about your being trans or anything. But the way people talk, it's like it's our whole universe, and there's nobody outside of you being a homosexual when it comes to me. So do you feel that way? Like trans, you're being trans is just like it's your identity, but
Yeah.
as far as the experience and all that go, it's like kind of it's not your whole personality, is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. Like, we don't wear it on our sleeve, like, hey, I'm trans. People, instantly look at you and they assume. And I try to tell people this all the time. I don't wear it on my sleeve. You know what it is instantly. And thank God that Instagram has now put up the feature where you can add pronouns to your profile. It instantly just takes one click. Just click on a person's profile, read their pronouns, read their bio, and understand their story. So I don't
Mm,
wear it on my and like you said, when I do my interviews and conversation, I try to provide a escape for people. We do cover some of the heavy issues that go on in the world, but I make it a fun escape. And that's why I think a lot of people can relate to Style by Stevie. They can relate to a Durant Searcy, a T.S. Madison, and a Craig PHAG talk.
Right.
Or they can watch a Scotty by Nature or my colleague Bubs or Deshaun or another would be my brother Demario King Jibes. So shout outs to him. But
Mm,
it's so many of us. It's enough. It's enough for
right.
the room at the top for everybody. So you can get everything. Yeah.
And sometimes I know we don't want to get political over here, but sometimes I want to know. Well, I want to know how you feel as because I hear what people say online, but I want to hear from a trans woman. Um, because for me as a gay man, looking at some of the stuff that goes on, online and all that and on the news, in my mind, I just feel like it's somewhat of a setup in a way because I haven't seen like people that look at trans women making fusses about bathrooms. I don't see, and my other opinion about that is like y'all are making a big fuss over nasty public bathroom. But that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. So when you see stuff like that, to me, it gives very much like I feel like it's giving planet stories to make this community look a certain way. Is that what it's giving to you?
And it's dangerous. We're living in some dangerous, scary times right now. My God. And it's just like constantly. And even T.S. Madison, shout outs to her, the blueprint for me and so many other girls out here. It's just like we get tired of turning on the news and gay people, us in the queer community, being blamed for everything. It's just like,
Mhm.
can we catch a break? We already tackling within our own community homophobia and transphobia, transmisia, transmisogynoir, and we're now having to tackle this from the outside forces that are against us in legislation and so many other things.
Mhm.
So it's just like, can we catch a break? Can we catch a breather? Can we just
Right.
exist? We're black and we're human too. Like you can't, exclude us.
Yeah, and but one thing that I want to talk about, and we ain't gonna stay on this too long, but it's intriguing because I got you here, and I've never actually really sat down aside from our conversation to talk to a trans woman. So if I ask anything out of line, please be like Durant. But but what I want to know, because a lot of people don't understand too, is that although because I heard Miss Pat say the LGBTQ is like MAGA, I didn't like that comment. But a lot of people don't understand how the LGBT community has their own internal issues. So, like for instance, there seems to be a little divide between gay men and trans women.
And trans women.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you feel supported by like do you feel the trans community is lacking support from the gay men especially?
For me, I feel loved. I feel supported. I feel safe with you. I feel safe with Bubs.
Mhm.
And I can go down a list of men who I just named, like Conscience, who's
Mm,
always been on the front lines, a
right.
King Jive, who's always been on the front lines and in the
Right.
community fighting for us. Bubs, I call him our little leprechaun, our little leprechaun. But
Uh-uh.
it's so many out here, men. I'm surrounded by men in our community who protect me, who reach out, who
Mhm.
advocate. Shout outs to Harold, shout outs to Deshaun, who was just here, my brother K Tooks, and so many others.
Hey.
I feel safe. And
Yes.
then there are some where I'm just like, why do you not understand the same system that is against me is against you also too?
Right.
So we have to work together. The But I haven't had that issue really. Typically, men in the queer community, black queer men in the community, they affirm me. They show me love. They show me support. They treat
Mhm.
me like a goddess. And I love it, every minute of it. The same way you would with T.S. Madison, the same way you would with Laverne, the same way you would with any trans woman. You treat me with respect and I treat you with respect. I haven't had any issues. But I hate to see some other black queer men in our community not support all of us trans girls in the community. It breaks my heart though.
Right. And I remember seeing even just today, somebody posted a video of some gay men dancing, you know, being very gay, and he was like, "Well, I'm gay, but I'm not this gay." It's like, "Were you straight gay? Like, what? Which gay are you?" It's such a weird, sometimes dynamic in the community, and I always wonder, like, from just the trans, because I know also I have a lesbian friend who, when I do gay stuff, she has issue with, you know, being too feminine. So I can only imagine, you know, how, you know, being a trans woman, how that, you know, how you may feel as far as dealing with different people in the community. So I was very interested in hearing that.
Oh, how do I feel? Well, I haven't heard that's too much, you're doing too much. They love it. And they
Really?
tell me to keep being myself authentically. Other than that, I know I'm going to encounter it where somebody's going to be like, that's too much, don't be too feminine, the nails and the hair and a little bit too much. But I'm like, I'm not going to stop being too much. I'm
Right.
not going to stop being too much. I'm a Scorpio. Like I
Oh,
said, when I was 7 years old, I knew that I was going to be everything and and so much more. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So for me, I'm never gonna stop being my authentic self, and that's what I would encourage anybody in our community to do: is never be too much of yourself. You are enough. So when they say
Now,
you're doing too much,
right.
it's because they're not living their authentic self. They're not
What?
being their authentic self.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like if you feel like, oh, they're not gay like me, that's the gay you want to be, but you are too scared.
And we're not a monolith. We're
Alright.
not, and we're out here living our truth uh authentically and being ourselves. That's a problem for them. So that's a them problem, not a us problem, if that
Mm.
makes sense.
Speaking of being yourself, you did write something. I don't know verbatim. You posted something about how you have been posting political stuff, and apparently people been getting mad and unfollowing you. See you when I see you. I don't care. Tell me what is going on, because I got a kick out of that post.
Well, everybody knows that I'm a 92 percenter. I occupy the space of woman. I'm trans though. And I voted for Kamala, and I've been out here fighting against what's been going on in the world, this regime. And some people just didn't like it. Their political views just didn't align with mine. And I would say to anybody, if you're willing to vote against your own interests or vote against the people who are helping you,
Black people do it.
yeah,
The way black people were acting, a lot of them, I was just like, oh.
yeah, the hatred, the bigotry, the transphobia, the transmisia, the misogyny, the patriarchy, all of these things, and then some.
So they
If
were
you're
offended
willing to
by,
vote against that,
they were
yeah.
the people that you were talking about specifically, they were offended by what you were saying about the current president, or what you weren't really saying anything. You were just posting what has been posted. So they didn't like you posting that about that man. I was trying to figure out a way to say it. That man. So they just
The yes, I call him the Mango Mussolini.
oh,
Yes. Oh my goodness. Um, there are some people who didn't like it, even with homeboy that went and spoke at the college. They didn't like that either. So I've had some people unfollow me, but I'm like, that's okay. And you're not here to be everybody's cup of tea. And that's like
mm,
even in the comments, the negativity, I'm paying no attention to it. It's us here, so I'm focused on that.
yeah.
But you're going to have people who are going to disagree with you because you're standing up and fighting against what is wrong in this world and fighting for what is right. So I make no bits, no quims about it. I do not like what's going on, and I think everybody should be concerned because just as fast as they thought it was us in the LGBTQ plus community, it can be someone that is close to you who is also in the queer community that could be hurt by some of these harmful policies. And that
Mm.
is why we have to continue to keep calling it out.
Right. Now, can I ask you a little personal question?
Yes.
Now, we both do kind of, you do interviews. I just be over here talking to people. Now, I want to invite somebody that I have a crush on to talk to, but I'm just like, do I ask him for an interview, or do I ask him like, or do I tell him, "Hey, you fine? I want to get to know you." But I feel like it'll be easier for me to ask him to do an interview and talk to him, and then kind of glide into his heart if I can. What have you ever tried to do that? Like interview somebody because you know they you thought they were attractive,
Question?
because I be want to do that.
Yes. I have. Oh my God, Deshaun is like, oh my. Um, um, yes. And yeah, I can't this actor right here. Shout outs to Akil, and he had his dreadlocks and everything. And I told him I had such a huge crush on him. He was like, "Well, I cut my dreadlocks. You guys have to go back and check out the interview." And to
Ooh,
come out, we have a connection to each other because we're both from the Carolinas. I'm a Carolina
mm,
girl at
okay,
heart, and so we discovered that in that conversation. So he cut his dreadlocks. He looked so good, and he used to work with Sean T. He was in the Sean T videos and everything.
really? You
Shout
know,
outs to Akil.
yes, you're frozen. Hold on, style by Stevie.
Great.
You're frozen. Hold on, you were frozen. Go on and say that one more time. You were frozen.
Yes, I was saying Akil. And Akil has worked with Shanti in his Insanity videos. So you might have seen Akil in some of Shanti's
Half.
Insanity videos. Y'all remember them. And he cut his dreadlocks. He said I couldn't really keep up with them. They were so long and I hurt my neck and everything. So
Ooh,
if you go back and you check out that interview,
you
I
hurt your
told
neck.
him, I said, I had such a crush on you. You had your dreadlocks and everything. And he had his shirt off. And I'm just like, okay, so keep it together, girl. Keep it together. But we had a bomb time.
Mm.
So definitely go for it. Ask somebody. Ask them to come on.
So you asked him knowing that you had a crush on him, or you just was like
Yes.
he looked good. Really? So what was your end game? Because my end game is to end up through a mattress. And
Uh
I
oh.
don't know if the interview is to end up in New York and through a mattress, and vice versa. What was
That
your end
wasn't my
game?
end game. We became good friends. We kept talking after the interview. We became good friends. But I'm just like, yeah, I'm not his type, and that's okay. But we are good friends. And
I
see,
don't
that's what happens. Kevin Kev is like, oh, y'all trying to find out the tea. No, it's not even like that.
well,
It's not like
Kev,
that.
you're a Scorpio. He's a Virgo, so Virgos are very interesting. They got a critique. He's probably critiquing with those emojis. But anyways, is there a guest that you like that you're trying to manifest that you really want to interview? Aside from
Um,
Beyonce, we know we all want to talk to. Well, I don't, because Beyonce, all you can do for me is give me some money. And no, I'm just playing. But is there like not just like a famous person that we all know, like somebody that's like a Brandy or something like? But is there somebody like around the way, but still doing big things that you want to interview?
Duran Bernard. And I'm a
Oh,
big Duran Bernard fan.
oh,
His personality is y'all think that I'm or Durant is on a whole nother level. Durant, not Durant, but
if we got married,
Durant,
Durant
y'all
and
both got the
Duran,
same name almost. Durant, his personality is lit, 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 lit. You're
I
going to
love him.
have a
He's my
good
celebrity crush. No shade.
yes.
He's my celebrity crush. Like I love me
I-
some.
And y'all names both sound the same, so it would
We'd be
work. It
perfect.
would work.
Duran and Duran, they make such a good couple. He a Virgo, I'm a Leo. I don't know if that'll work, but I love him. I really love his album Bloom. That album really is probably one of my favorites of this year. Mariah Carey came out, so Mariah Carey number one. But Duran Bernard, his album really, like when I was sad, baby, he has a song called Here We Are, and I think it's nominated for a Grammy. I felt like he was singing to me when I was sad. He like, here we are, getting our stuff together, healing our wounds together. I felt like he was taught we were just having a moment. So I kept listening to that song on repeat. If you get him on there, I need to be locked.
Fingers crossed, I'm manifesting it in the air.
So
So I
you've
pray it
reached
comes
out
to
to him.
fruition.
You've reached out to him.
I'm gonna reach. I'm actually going to try to reach out to him because we're trying to get things together and in motion for season 20. And we've already got guests lined up to come on. So just stay tuned. Who knows who could
Ooh.
come on?
So I'm
Who
doing a
knows?
show here, Sent Downs by Sent Downs with Searcy. Now I see a lot of people doing seasons and stuff. Like, what is the meaning of doing the seasons when you're doing something like a podcast or interviewing a show like you do?
It shows your growth. It shows your change, how much you've grown since the beginning to from then to now. I could go back and watch interviews from the beginning when I started Style by Stevie, which was right after high school,
Mm-hmm.
2016. And to see where I'm at from then to now at 32 years old and
Well, you young.
still going.
You're so young.
Yes. A lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy out of you to keep bringing that personality every day, Monday through Friday, and to give people these amazing conversations, even the guests, to make them feel comfortable and make sure that it's an organic interview. How this is right here, where it's not forced. And
Yes.
even when the beginning, when Durant was introducing me, I said, "We're going to be fine. We're going to be good. This is going to be a piece of cake because we've already had our interview prior to, and I'm going to bring you back on for season 20."
Yeah, I don't remember what I said on that interview. I probably was like weird, so because at that point when you interviewed me, I think I had just found out my mother was just diagnosed with dementia. So I need to
Oh,
go watch that, and I think I was in a weird place at that time. So I'm gonna have to go rewatch that and see what is given. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a redo on that because yeah, because I don't
a
remember
lot of
anything you asked
sense.
me. Nothing. It is giving Dwayne the Rock. Okay. Yes. Boy, they give it. They are really giving in the comments, and I am here for it. Now, one thing you should know, I am here for it. But anyways, I have some few like uh kind of like shotgun questions. Well, not really
Okay,
shotgun questions. I wrote them down. So they like kind of just fragrance shotgun questions. So hopefully they're not too corny. Okay. So out of the two, would you prefer fragrance wise sweet film or fresh film?
sweet film. I like to smell yummy. I don't know what it is about a sweet scent, like vanilla, and then of course a gourmand or a cinnamon. That's what I like.
Okay. So what about, because I know you said gourmand, what about gourmand, what gourmand goddess or clean girl aesthetic?
Gourmand goddess.
Oh, you want to
Gourmand
smell
goddess for sure.
edible?
Yes.
Oh, you a Scorpio. Okay, I got it. My Chris Collins here is a Scorpio too, and I just know something. I just know it's something. I just know it's something I need to experience. You know? Yes. But I don't want to be turned out too bad. Just a little bit. Just a little bit bad. Okay, so 3 word description of your signature scent. Do you have a signature scent?
My signature scent, J'adore. J'adore is my
Mm.
signature scent. If not J'adore, then Scandalous, Victoria's Secret. Like I love a scent that's mysterious. Like when you walk into a room, like you said, when you asked me that question, uh, what type of fragrance do you like? I like a fragrance that will get me noticed when I walk into the room. Like I just used Infinite Radiance from Bath and Body Works, which is one
Oh,
of my favorites.
yes.
And the compliments. I paired it with Tom Ford's Black Orchid, and the compliments just reigned supreme. And
Really?
I was going out to get some shots, like an allergy shot or whatever, and I wore it. And the nurses followed me to the back, and they was just like, "What are you wearing?" So, yes,
You
these two
went
right here.
Black Orchid is a beast.
Mhm.
Ooh, you was purring all through the building.
And it wasn't overpowering, but the nurses instantly, when she got closer to me, she smelt it. And then the other nurse came in, and it was just a whole thing. So yeah,
Do
that
you
infinite
spray?
radiance
So
will do it.
are you a spray in the hair fragrance girl?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I spray in the hair and then on my clothes, but I also layer before I put on my fine fragrance mist. I use Vaseline, or you
Oh,
can use unscented lotion. And what I do is I put the Vaseline on my pulse points, inside my wrist, and I spray the mist there. Right after I get out of the shower, that's when I do it immediately because you want that fragrance to last all throughout the day. You want it to get on your clothes. And with Infinite Radiance, it got all over my clothes and it did not move. The next day I tried to wash those clothes.
what?
So,
That Infinite Radiance, they did their big one with that scent. They did their big
yes.
one with their scent. Now, back to the trans thing, real quick. Just one more question about that. Are there any name? Can you name three creators or even three brands that truly uplift trans women?
Yes. Uh where we go to shop, Ulta Beauty, they're inclusive. I love Ulta. Ulta has never changed or bent the knee to any big corporation or anything. They said, hey, we're going to be inclusive to everybody. So,
Hmm.
Ulta Beauty, I love Elf Cosmetics. It broke my heart when they said we're going to have to go up on, because of the tariffs and everything.
Uh
So,
huh.
Elf Cosmetics is another.
Really, I've never
Um,
heard much about them doing anything for the
I
community.
love their bronzing drops. That's what
Oh,
I use all over here. That's why I'm so glowy. That and then I
yes.
use my L'Oreal's Ultra Glow.
Okay.
So Elf and Ulta Beauty, um, Bath and Body Works, of course, they have Love Always Wins. So they've been inclusive. They don't discriminate. So those are the three brands that I would go to, three beauty brands that don't discriminate against trans people or in the community. And I say we continue to support these brands that are supporting and uplifting us.
Right. And so, as a person who is a talk show host, what does it mean to you to show up like authentically as a trans woman? What does that mean to you? Like, or do you feel like it means that you're uplifting other trans women, or what does it actually? What does it mean to you internally?
For me, it means being my authentic self and encouraging other trans women, trans men, non binary, pan, everybody in the community. And I try to that no corner is left unturned, that everybody is included when I do my show. I mean, I have a mixed audience of straight, gay, bisexual, pan, intersex. Everybody watches me Monday through Friday. And it's a lot of pressure on me because I'm just like, I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm saying the
Yes.
right thing, that people love me instead of
Hmm.
hate me. So it's a lot of pressure on me. And I come on and I do these outstanding conversations and interviews with people. So it puts a lot of pressure on me. But what I do is I always pray or I do the manifestation before I get up in the morning. And that's what gets me through each
I
conversation.
gotta get into
Like
the manifestation.
even before I came on with you, I'm like, Lord, please, Jesus, let this be a good interview with the rant. I don't want to go on here and mess up. I know some of my colleagues and everybody is watching, so it's a great conversation and I love it.
Yeah, and so how what is, because I don't know, for me, this is why I'm asking you, maybe you can give me some insight. What is, do you have like an end game? Like what is there like a goal you're going to with just doing the interviews? Is there something that you have in mind, like, ooh, I want to eventually have a talk show, or work with a brand? What is your, because I don't know what mine is, honestly.
My end game is to have my own network. I want to write, I want to produce, I
Like
want to
Zeus?
step behind them. Yes. Like when Queen
Okay.
Latifah had her talk show, she produced, she
Mm,
direct. And of course, we know her as the actress and the artist, but she's written, she's produced, she's directed. And
mm.
that's what I want to do. I want to step behind the lens as well too. Of course, Oprah, it's a no-brainer. She's produced, directed, her she has her own studios, Harper Studios. So I mean, that would be my goal. I would love to have my network and it would be inclusive to everybody where everybody has a place where they can show their creativity.
Also, or do you plan on any time doing anything outside of just the interviews? Like, are you interested in doing vlogs, or doing reviews of stuff, or you want to keep it the way you don't want to mess up the formula?
I would love to step into that because I am a foodie and I am a fashion girly. So I would love to do more reviews on fashion and food. So when people think of Style by Stevie, they think fashion, they think beauty. But I'm just like, no, it's so much more than just that. So I
Mm.
want to tap into the food arena, and I want to tap into the dressing arena, trying on outfits and things, like doing like how they do TikTok videos and reviewing the pieces of clothing. So
Yeah,
that's what
what
I'd like to do.
what's the holdup? You waiting for something special to happen?
Who knows? Who knows?
Well, I'm asking you, but I don't know. I'm asking you because I'm trying to see if you can possibly give me some insight because I don't know what I want to do with any of this fragrance thing. I have no, well, I have been thinking I possibly would like to have my own fragrance oil, maybe one. Do you, if you were to create a fragrance, what do you think it would smell like? What notes would you use? Because mine would definitely be a rose.
It would be vanilla. It would be notes of caramel. It would be sultry. It would be decadent. It would
Ooh,
be rich. Uh, I definitely would include freesia. I love freesia. So it's
really?
going to be a mix of all of those things. I like lavender as well too. So something very beautiful, very mysterious.
Ooh, lavender. I struggle with lavender. Oh, do you like Burberry Goddess? Did you like Vanilla Cafe? Is it Vanilla Cafe from Bath and Body Works?
Oh, I should have grabbed that one. I'm looking at it.
Vanilla
I can't reach it
Ease.
right now.
Vanilla.
Yes, in the purple, I have it,
You
and
love
it
that
is
one?
on top. It is on top of my the basket turned over, so I had to pick all that stuff up. That was what you guys heard. So I
That one
see it
has
right
a.
there.
It has a lavender note in it, right? Vanilla Ease.
Yes.
Really?
Moonlit Goddess, and there has been a comparison between Moonlit Goddess and Vanilla Ease because they smell so much alike. And then there's Vanilla Cafe. I haven't smelt Vanilla Cafe, but I love cozy vanilla bourbon. That is one of my favorites.
Really?
Yes. And it's like the
Ooh.
bougier
I'm trying to figure
vanilla.
out what Covered in Roses is my favorite Bath and Body Works fragrance.
That's
Of
one of my
course.
favorites.
Of course. So that is so interesting. So what can we look forward to as far as Style by Stevie? It's Styles by Stevie or Style? Because that's a big difference.
Style by Stevie. And
Style.
either or, I'll take either or. Styles by Stevie because I give you different looks. I have over 1,300 different looks in my Pinterest closet and counting, and
Oh,
more to come. So either or. And what's next for me? Season 20, which will be in January of 2026. And I'm looking forward to it. Uh, New color, new theme, everything. Amazing guests, great conversations. And by then, hopefully, I should be out of Instagram jail. So, but until, until then, we will continue the interviews here on YouTube. And
yes.
I kind of like it here. It's sort of a way for me to communicate with the followers as well as the subscribers.
Yeah.
So, great conversation is next. Of course, writing for Original Magazine UK and Love Hollywood USA, the fashion column. I'm
Okay.
one of the writers there, so writing for that.
Yes.
And of course, more guest appearances on other people's platforms. You guys have seen me on panels. You might see me on Consciousness panel. You might see me on another one of my colleagues' panels,
Panels make me
Alvin Tit for
nervous.
Tat. Yes.
I think I might do a panel for Christmas or Christmas
Yeah.
season, but panels make me nervous. I like watching them, but they make me nervous. I was watching one yesterday on TTB, and Scotty by Nature was cussing somebody out. I'm like, ooh, I can't do one. Of them." Like, no, oh, no, no. I be done hug up like Ray Monte did when they asked him something crazy. I be done hug up. I can't do this. But as far as panels, what were y'all discussing on one panel that sticks out to you? Is it just gay issues, or was it just a whole bunch of everything?
Well, gay issues, political issues, what's going on in the world, the climate. And what's so crazy is all of us, our opinions mirror each other. Each and every one of us, our opinions mirror each other, but it's said differently. And that's why we all have such a great chemistry. And whether it may be Deshaun, whether it may be Alvin, whether it may be Conscience, whether it may be Bubs. Bubs is going to do something to throw me off. So I already know what to expect with him. As like a mother having to deal with a child.
Oh no, no, no,
Oh,
no, no. But I want to
literally.
tell you, the thing about you and a few people, but you stick out the most is you get online all the time. You post, you do all these things, but I still feel like I don't know you. Is that something that you do purposely, like your personal life? Because some of us we nosy. Like I be telling all my business. Like I done told a business, I was in this man bed and my black paint done rubbed off on his sheets. But now everybody's not gonna be like that. And so is that something that you want to do, like separate like all of your personal and just keep it like a business? Because I probably need to learn that skill.
And that's why you haven't nobody's really heard anything bad about me, anything, personal in the blogs or anything. Uh, I take the Beyonce approach. You've mentioned Beyonce. I take the Beyonce approach. And that's what you got to do. Keep business, business, and keep outside, outside. But on Style by Stevie, it's a way for me, it's my diary to the world. Now Janet gave us the velvet rope. Style by Stevie is my velvet rope for you to cross that velvet rope to get to know who is she? What
Yes.
is her story? What is it
Yes.
behind her that makes her so mysterious? And I get that a lot. Is I don't put it out there unless I reveal it to the world. Like in the most recent interview that I did with Faith is the Substance, that was a way for people to get to know me because she went deep. She went deep with the questions, childhood and all, dead name and all of that.
Yes.
So it was a way for people to get to know who I am. But yeah, it's definitely intentional.
You said dead name. I know. Dead name, for all you that don't know, is when someone transitions, that whatever name they had, growing up or that they were given at birth, they RIP to it. So, how do you deal with that with family? Just out of curiosity, because I know their family sticks to they don't care. We gonna call you Chuck. That's what you would call when you were a kid, and we don't care how you look and how you feel.
There are some family members who are not aware. Um, and surprisingly, they watch Style by Stevie, and they're just like, "Child, we already knew." Like my cousin who I had on the show, um, she was like, "Child, you ain't got to tell me. I already know." So she knows how to affirm me. My mom has been my biggest rock and support system.
Really,
As I stated in that other interview, and I don't take anything back about what I said about that person. Me and my father, we do not have the best relationship.
really,
We
yeah,
don't talk.
a lot of
And I
us.
like it that way for my peace. And that's for anybody in the queer community. You got to protect your peace and sanity. If somebody is not going to affirm you or treat you with the utmost respect that you're not giving them, that it is key that people go and out of your life.
Well, I didn't want to linger on, but I got just a few more questions to real quick, especially about this gay thing for me. Now, I will tell you, I don't know if you know, but I really became really comfortable as myself in my skin as a gay man at around 37. I'm 44 right now. When was it like I look at people like Raymond, all the young gays that are out here dipping and doing it and being very gay as they want to. I low key admire that because I wish that I would have been that open, that young. When did you come to terms and when did you get to a point where you were comfortable with yourself?
In high school, maybe 19,
Really?
20 years old, because 13 years old was when I was slowly but surely discovering myself. And a lot of people be like, you can discover yourself at 5 and 7 years old. Yes, you can discover who you are, your sexuality or your gender identity, and becoming and walking into your own. And that a lot of people can understand that. Anybody in the queer community can understand that. So for me, 13 years old, and then as I slowly but surely came into my own with coming out to my mom and telling her, like, hey, this is who I am. I like men. She accepted it. And my mother has been my rock, a supporting force. And what breaks my
Wow.
heart is to see people in our community not have that same thing for their parents. Their parents is giving them a hard time about it. And trust me, it hasn't been all peaches and cream for me, like I said, for the other individual, the other family member. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, I really not. I don't know if I said envy. If I did say that, I didn't mean that. I mean admire people who were able to be themselves at an early age, because that's something I wish. I think I would have enjoyed my life a little bit more if I had a been more open when I was young. But and even with coming to terms with it and just being okay with it, it was 37 because I felt like I was in a serious relationship and it was going to come out anyway.
Yeah.
And so the weird thing about me, I don't know that if you know this, but I feel like I was getting more action, not action like sleeping around, but I felt like I was getting more niggas when I was in the closet. Now that I've feel fully been comfortable with myself, like I kind of became comfortable with myself 37, really going into 40, I was really there. But the options of men, it seemed like they flee. I have not really had any type of, like, I don't even remember last time I laid down with a man, because it seemed like when I became more comfortable, it became harder in the dating game. Is
Yeah.
that how it was for you? Like it seemed like it was easier when you were a little more.
Listen, dating while trans or dating in any aspect of the community, because in our community we have a thing where we are against anything that is feminine, femphobia. And let's keep it a buck, because there's always been, and I'm pretty sure everybody in the queer community that's watching us has heard this analogy: no fats, no femmes. Yes, I went there. That was so long ago, and it still exists to this day.
It
It's
does.
all about desirability. It's all about masculinity. Can you look like trade? Can you pass? Can you do all of these things? And it's just like we, the good people who are looking for love and actual relationships, it's just like we have to tone ourselves down. So again, it goes back to a simulation, having to tone down to date someone within the community, or either lower our standards, and it hurts us in the end result because we're just like, that's not us. That's not who we are.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah. That,
that's what I would say. Don't lower your standards. Don't change yourself for anyone. Continue to keep being your authentic, awesome self.
well,
And if that's not them, to hell with them.
I don't think I've lowered my standards. I don't think since I've become the most comfortable I've ever been in my skin as a gay man, I don't have any options. And that doesn't mean I think I'm ugly or something. It just nobody talk to me. Like now that I'm more but when I was like discreet, it was one point after my breakup, I talked to about 20 men in 2019. And I didn't sleep with any of them, but I was dating and talking, going out on, I was doing a lot, but I was still in 2019. It was towards the end of 2019 I really started becoming comfortable, but I was like going on a lot of things, but then the more I got comfortable, the less the options became like, shh, it's nothing. But I'm not on any dating sites neither. So that I don't know if that could be it. I don't know.
It'll come to you. What you're looking for, it will come to you. You just keep manifesting it. Because even I'm looking for someone special. And dating in any part of our community is very hard because the options are slim to none. Everybody has their thing of what they're looking for. And it has to be someone who you're compatible with to match your energy, to match your personality. And you have a very outspoken, a very energetic personality.
Not
And you have to
really.
find someone to
Not really.
match that.
I'm really
You're
quiet.
fun, you're bubbly,
I'm
and
very bubbly.
people love you, they adore you. So you will find someone who is just as into that as anything. And with me, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm very challenging.
You are, but I don't know. Well, not you. I've talked to a Scorpio that I really like. That was challenging.
Okay.
It was challenging, very it's challenging. But I want to ask you. Let's talk about this real quick, and we'll wrap it on up. Now, let's kind of not make it clear, but let's tell the girls, because I think I understand when T.S. Madison says, or any trans woman says, that they only date straight men. And the reason I understand it is because I always say, as a gay man, we love trans women, but we're attracted to the aesthetic of a man. And so, because people are
Yeah.
like, you just need to get a gay man. Gay men want a man, like a man. And so trans women
Yeah.
gives very, whether they have a penis or they had the surgery, it gives woman. So of course they're really not going to attract gay men. So
Amen.
can we kind of put it to bed, at least over here? We can't put it to bed because they're gonna talk about it everywhere else. But what is your thoughts, or what are your thoughts on that?
Well, for me, because it's not all trans women within the community. If I'm talking to someone, they can be bi, they can be straight. It doesn't matter to me.
Don't be by over
And
here.
as long as they're into me and they're specifically into me and pouring into me, it doesn't matter. But find someone who is compatible for you, who understands you. And I think you might have a guy right there. Deshaun says, I love bubbly, but
Okay. How old is Deshaun?
um
Deshaun, I'm 44. You probably
Deshaun,
20 some years old.
but for me, what I'm looking for in a man is I'm looking for a man who will affirm me, who is not afraid. Because in the queer community, we're scared of PDA. We're scared to go out, some of us, and hold hands and be affection, just like any other relationship. I'm looking for someone who I don't have to be their secret. I don't want to be your secret.
So
I
you
want to
would
be
date
announced as,
a
yeah,
man that identifies like as gay?
yes, I would. I absolutely would. If they're
What?
into me. But I would date a guy who is straight also as well too. A man is a man, and I look at what's in their heart. So
I do
for me
too.
personally, yeah.
33. Okay. Deshaun. Let me see what you working with. Durant.Searcy on Instagram. Show me some. Show me some,
Okay.
Deshaun. You know, I love a Deshaun. So Deshaun sound like you might throw me through a mattress or something. That sound like you gonna toss me. Yes, I like me a little Deshaun, baby. I need to dust these little cobwebs off. Come on, Deshaun. But yeah, cause me, she more open than I am, people. Don't come over here bisexual. You need to love a man. You, matter of fact, don't even come over here with that top and bottom stuff. Mm-mm. You better just want to be in the bed with me. I don't want to hear all that. I'm top, bottom, verse. I don't care. Although you ain't gonna get nothing, you have a tough time going back there because it's a little. But but you are open to anyone as long as they're into you. That is wild because that's not me.
And see, that's the thing. We're not a monolith. All of us in the community are not a monolith. So I would date a guy. Hi,
Hey,
Alvin.
hey,
Shout outs to Alvin. I'm open minded. I'm open minded, and I love a man who is open minded. So, or pan. I would date a man who's pan, who's gay, who's straight. But as long as they're
really?
into me, bisexual, whatever.
Because
Yeah.
okay, let me tell you something. Deshaun, please stop. Deshaun, let me tell you something. I have not been touched in a long time. Please do not try me. Do not try me. Deshaun. Okay? Because now let me tell you something. I talked to a man who was bisexual earlier this year. I I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because he has said, he was talking about he finna go. Some girl made some dinner, and that's just his friend. He just finna go over there and eat. I was like, okay, you buy, so you gonna eat, and then what you gonna do after you eat, boo? Like, I can't do it. Okay, call me insecure. I don't care, but I don't want no buy because to me, this is what I was going at. To me, like for instance, if a bi man talks to me, I'm gonna always think whether he could say to me and even kind of give me the vibe of
Right.
I'm gonna be loyal to you, but you are gonna have an urge for a vagina. I don't care how faithful you think you are to me. So that's how some of these men be ending up in the parking lots, in the parking garages, and in the bathrooms. So I don't know if I could trust that because I feel like the urge will come, whether he really loves me or not. So if you were a little stronger, you might be a little stronger than I am. Even though all men cheat, I know all women, all types of people cheat, but it just kind of makes me nervous a little bit. So do you don't think about that at all?
I do. I sure do. I'm like, okay. If this person, but I understand. I was watching, what was it, True Life, and they were talking about how, bisexual people. and finding that balance. One minute you're with a man and the next you're with a woman. So for me, it I want it to strictly be me. You can be bisexual, but just make sure I'm the number one priority in this relationship, in this commitment. So that's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
I need to be one, two, three, four, five, and six, and your mama can be in there somewhere in between. But
Yes.
one, two, three. So, what are you? What are you? Do you believe in monogamy? Are you into monogamy, or are you kind of like? Even though I say we weren't going to talk about this, we finna get off. Do you believe in monogamy? Because I know in our community, it's a whole lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
What are you into? I'm monogamy strictly.
I'm into one person. I want one person. But however, I have
How?
wanted to think intimately. I would love to take a walk on the wild side and try that. But no, one person for me.
Scorpio.
And anything else, yes, we work on that later on down the line. Fun. So I mean, definitely. Oh yes,
He got what? He got special oils.
his oils, his special oils.
What?
Yes,
Well, hold on. Fill me in. I love a special moment. What kind of special oils?
that's the shine right there.
Didn't Deshaun date what's his name? The one I mentioned earlier, Scotty by Nature. Isn't that the one that dated Scotty by Nature?
Deshaun, did you date Scotty?
Cause I be listening to the I be my ears be to the streets. I don't know everything, but my ears be to the gay streets. And I could have swore they at least did some or were dating at one point. I don't be commenting, but I be in them streets. Whatever gay streets be out there, I'm here. But what special oils?
He
Oh,
says he
so
reserves those for Bubs. Yes,
oh
I'll left a comment.
so Deshaun and Dubs are two different people.
Deshaun and Bubs, yes, are two different
Bubs.
people.
Okay,
And
so I think Bubs is the one that dated Scotty by Nature.
Scotty, yes.
Okay. I heard that. I be in the streets. I be listening to all the gay stuff. But anyways, I do want to say thank you for coming on. Is there anything that we have to look forward to? I know you said you got a new season, and you are headed over here. You over here, and I'm gonna tag you in this video because for some reason, when you set up the live, it doesn't allow to tag until after the live is done, which is weird.
Yes.
so so I'm gonna tag you. But is there anything we can look forward to on your channel on your YouTube here?
Season 20 is Style by Stevie. More amazing interviews. We'll be back tomorrow. Billy Joseph Jr. joins me. So
Oh,
you can expect me to go live here, right here on YouTube tomorrow at 4. Just make sure that you subscribe to not just me, but to Durant. Thank you for such an amazing
thank you.
conversation. And I
Thank
would
you for
love
doing
to come
this.
back to the scent down. Like I love what you're doing, and we're both in the same arena, the beauty world, and we have to continue to keep being the village and the pillars to others that are coming after us in the beauty world.
Yes, I really do appreciate you doing this because honestly, I didn't think you would when I asked
I
you. I
said,
don't know
of course,
why.
I need an escape. Of course, I will.
I didn't think you would because I'm like, what am I gonna? I mean, why would she want to talk to me? She doing her own thing over here. Like she ain't gonna want to talk to me. But I appreciate, and I do appreciate you asking me to be a part of your show because, like I said, I think around the time I did your show, I was really kind of in. I'm still somewhat sometimes in a dark place because dealing with dementia is not for the weak at all, and. I really felt like I think I was in a really kind of weird place at that time. So being asked to be a part of your show as if I was doing anything special with my life, it meant a whole lot to me. So I always am appreciative when I feel like someone sees me. I know that could sound crazy. I know I'm a Leo. They say we always want attention. No, it's not like that. I just when I feel seen, I really appreciate it, and I've always saw it for you because of that. I definitely appreciate it, and I will be supportive as I can from here on out. Even back then, after that, I was very much like, yes, I appreciate you down. So thank you for that. Okay. Now next, now when I get my crush on here, I want to make sure I'm gonna contact you and say you need to be in this live because my crush gonna be on here to what I told you about. He gonna be up now, but I'm not gonna ask him. I'm not gonna ask him. But anyways, I appreciate you being here again and again and again. Everybody give it up for Style by Stevie. You can check her out on Style by Stevie, Miss Stevie, if you're not stick. And I will have her tag so you can follow her if you haven't followed her. Appreciate y'all for being here on Sunday. Who should I have on here next? Who should I ask to come over here next? I don't have anybody lined up next. You know anybody? You know any scent
Definitely,
people?
definitely, I would say Bubs. You and him, that would be a key to watch you both. You
Really?
both.
Is he into
So
fragrance?
definitely Bubs. If he's into fragrance, I'm pretty sure Bubs smells amazing. And he's
Really?
funny. So y'all two would have a good time, a good conversation. So
Okay.
I would definitely say either Bubs to God or Conscious. Conscious loves to smell good. Hair is always looking amazing. Conscious always
Yes.
looking. So those are my top
Yes.
two. Those
Okay.
are the two that I'm.
All right. And where are you stationed at right now? Where do you live at?
I'm in South Carolina. I'm a South Carolina girl. Bubs is in Detroit, and me and Conscious have a connection because we're both like in the Carolina area. So that's why it's deep.
Hmm.
And I'm in little old Bamberg, South Carolina. So I think that's another reason why we clicked is that Southern hospitality. It's a Southern thing with each and
Yes.
every one of us. From the South, we just instantly click. I don't know what it is, y'all.
I would have thought you would have been like Atlanta or LA or even Detroit, maybe. And you in
That's
old
Bubs. That's it.
South Carolina. Oh my goodness. But anyways, I hope you have a great night, everybody. I appreciate y'all for being here. This will be on Spotify one day soon, child. I've been moving so slow getting these up. But anyways, happy holidays to you. Y'all ate turkey. I did not work on Thanksgiving. So shout out to all of y'all that got to really eat some food because I did not. I ate turkey sausage. But anyway, I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Take care of yourself and everyone around you. Hey, just as good as you can. Okay. Take care of yourself first. All right. I will holler at you later. Shout out to my guest Style by Stevie. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Yes.